My name is Elise Waterston, and I am your AAA president. I am here to greet you and to greet this evening we call the opening ceremony of the annual meeting of the American Anthropological Association. We anthropologists are a community that shares in the basic values of love and respect for one another and for humankind. You may know that we have a new tradition for opening night of the annual meeting that began last year, which is to have a member of the host region's indigenous communities offer us a special welcome.
My names, I have many names. I am Cantemaza. I'm also Machpia Chanduhupa. My English name is Neil McKay. Ka hinach ded uyakumpido. We are still here. We are still here. And we are still good looking.
Our wonderful speaker will give us some direction. Melissa Harris Perry, an American writer, a university professor, a television host, and a political commentator.
I fear that I will not be nearly as comforting as the introduction seemed to suggest. It is an outcome that I was expecting and had been talking about for quite some time. If you do not know Beyonce, this is going to be a difficult lecture to follow. I keep saying, I want a woman president. I want her to be, a queer orphan. As long as we stay really attached to these patriarchal norms that require us to only imagine women coming to us in the public space, initially through their husbands, what the Democratic Party could feel free to do, absolutely free to do, is to go get some of the extraordinarily courageous black women who won on Tuesday. Because guess who are the only people who gained some seats? Women of color. We're the women, us. Not the problem, the answer. The answer is you go to all the black women on the ground. There are a ton of us. You nurture, you develop, you grow, you pay, you spend. We should be asking little black girls from day one. I've thought about running president. You want to be president? You want to be senator? You want to be congresswoman? You want to run? You want to run? Yeah, you thought about running for office? Run for office. Here's $1. Here's $2. Here's $3. Here's $4. You want $8? You want $12? Here's $15. Here's your running for office fund. That all of the structural barriers are very real and have an enormous effect. So the single biggest barrier is that there is a gap in time between registration and voting. So we really don't even know anything about what American voting would look like if what we tried to do was facilitate voting rather than generate barriers. So when I ask the question, so where are my black girl leaders? So it's really just a matter of going to follow them. We have to be able to separate out the deplorable conduct of the leadership. Trump is a deplorable human. His voters are people making choices within the constraints. A lot of people voted for Trump who are not deplorable people. And a lot of deplorable people voted for Hillary Clinton. So we have to be very willing to be truth tellers in all of our relationships and not presume that any given single moment makes somebody our permanent ally or our permanent opponent or our permanent enemy. Think about what it means to, on the one hand, have the limitations of a Nat Turner, but also whether or not you really think a Nat Turner strategy in the context of a 21st century racial liberation movement makes sense. And then put all the boys down, every single one of them, just like over there, and ask yourself, where are my black girl leaders? 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 Where are my black girl leaders?